I don't care what's going on, but this should never be the result of the end of Pack 2. Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Today we will be drafting Aggro, the format. We're going to be drafting Don't Draft Blue, the format. One more try. Alchemy Horizons, Baldur's Gate. That's what we're drafting. The other two were completely irrelevant. That's about where we're at in the format so far. And if that doesn't really sum it up, then that's kind of where we're at. 3-mana 3/3 haste is where we look in the rare spot. Tap to sack an artifact creature, create 2 treasures. Sacrifice a non-creature artifact to make 2 1/1s. Huh. Well, this is a pretty nice treasure build around. There's also Saravok the Usurper here. And Blessed Hippogriff. I think it's between these 3, but boy, does this seem like fun. All you have to do is sacrifice a treasure. And you get 2 1/1s out of the deal that you can then use to sacrifice other things. All right, let's see if we can find our way into a red-black sack deck. Well, second pick, Incessant Provocation. Are we all in? I love red-black sack in this format. It's been going super, super well for me. I really do want to try out this deck as well. If this were pack 1, pick 1, I might take OG. But I don't know. Jansen into Incessant Provocation seems like a good deal to me. Let's start there. What else do we have here? 4-mana 3/4. Whenever an enchanted creature attacks one of your opponents, it gets +2/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. Whenever an aura you control. Okay, so I don't think we're going to have too many enchanted creatures. I did forget to mention up at the top, if you are unfamiliar with exactly what Alchemy Horizons Baldur's Gate draft is, of which I'm blaming you at all. Still very confusing format. I'll put a link in the upper right hand corner visible right now that you can go ahead and check out one of my previous videos that explains it all from cards in the set to mechanics to everything in between. So you can go ahead and click on that and that'll work for you. As for this pack, we've got some good cards. Druid, Priest of Ancient Lore, both of those are quite good. Kobold Warcaller has been really good for me. There's also Improvised Weaponry, which could give us a treasure, but I think we can get these quite late. I'm going to pass kind of on these 2 white and green creatures here and see if we can get ourselves a Sepulchre Ghoul, which we did. Juvenile Mist Dragon has been good. 5-mana 4/3 flying, but unfortunately, it's a blue card, so you can't take it. Hobgoblin Captain, not bad. Prophetic Prism works pretty well with Jansen. But we're going to be looking for black-red sack and treasure makers. That is what we're going to be trying to build around in this deck with Jansen, Sepulchre Ghoul, and Incessant Provocation. So we're off to a nice little black-red start already. Why is there a pick 5 Sea Tower Imprisonment? I think this is the best performing uncommon in the entire set. 4 mana, ETBs, you conjure a Soldiers of the Watch onto the battlefield. Then Enchanted Permanent can't attack or block, and its abilities can't be activated. I think I'm going to take that. All these black-red cards are not great. There is a Blessed Hippogriff as well. White is, in my opinion, the second best color in this set. And if you see a 5th pick Sea Tower Imprisonment, that's a pretty good sign. If white is open, you should move in. But then we see a Kalane to go with our treasure build around in the first 4 picks. I think I'm going to take Kalane over Valor Singer, Paladin, Unicorn. Seems good enough here. Now white has dried up. There's still black and red cards, but they're not good. 2 mana, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand as an instant. And then you can kind of be left with a bad enchantment artifact or a bad artifact equipment. Unexpected Allies, no, and you welcome to the no camp. You come to the no camp, no thank you. I'm just going to take Ghost Lantern, but I don't really think I'm playing any of those cards here. I'm sorry, that was disrespectful to the table. But they are disrespecting Battlecry Goblin. Battlecry Goblin, pick 8. Sure, I'll take it. Okay, I don't know what's going on. There's 9 Soldiers of the Watch? Still here? Can we just go red-white aggro? I mean, look at this deck so far if we're red-white aggro. Soldiers of the Watch is a very good 2-drop in white. Chain Devil, Barbarian, whatever. Devoted Paladin, nice little top end. I mean, Valor Singer, again, Devoted Paladin. Nobody's doing the blue-white blink thing. I think I'm going to take the red because it kind of goes between our red-white and red-black deck that we're kind of simultaneously drafting here. So this has been an interesting draft. Red, white, and black are the 3 best colors in this format by a mile, followed by green a mile behind, followed by blue 16 miles behind that. And, I mean, there's more good aggressive white cards here. I think it goes black, a little bit down to white, and then decently bit down to red, and then a lot to green, a lot to blue. But red and white in this draft so far seem wide open. Black, not particularly. Maybe we have to kind of abandon ship on the Sepulchre Ghoul, Kalane, Jan Jansen thing. But red-white aggro is still a really good deck in this format. So let's see what we open here in pack 2. Are you not entertained? Guess we're taking Raphael Fiendish Savior here. 5 mana 4/4 flyer. Demons, Devils, Imps, and Tieflings get +1/+1 and half lifelink. Beginning of the end step, if a creature was put in your graveyard from anywhere, you get a 1/1 devil that is actually a 2/2 devil with lifelink. And when it dies, deals 1 damage to anything. Boy, would I love to wheel Kalane. It might based on the last pack, but let's go ahead and take Raphael here. Which is this one. 6 mana, 4/6 flying. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, copy it. New targets for the copy. If it's a permanent, copy gains haste and you have to sacrifice it. There's also Null Hunting Party, which I do like in much more aggressive decks. There is a Sepulchre Ghoul here. It's a 6 mana, 4/6 flyer. It's 6 mana. Are we casting anything from exile? As of right now, no. So it's just a 6 mana, 4/6 flyer. I think I'm going to take the Ghoul and really look for some more provocations over Null Hunting Party. This is a good one, though. But I'm going to take the Ghoul here. Blood Money. Destroy all creatures. For each non-token creature destroyed this way, you create a tapped treasure. I think it's a bit too expensive for limited. Bone Color Cleric, Reanimator card, 2 mana 2/1, sacrifice it to reanimate something. Giant Fire Beetles is pretty good with Kobold Warcaller. Valor Singer, we already have 1, I doubt we need 2. Warriors of Tiamat's pretty good at the top end, I've found. Let's take the first copy of Giant Fire Beetles. I think that goes quite well with Kobold Warcaller here. And then we're going to snap up this provocation, unfortunately in the same pack as Shambling Ghast and Gate to Tumbledown, both of which I like. I really do like these gates. They're quite good in the format. Shambling Ghast is very, very good defensive speed, but we have to take the provocation with double Sepulchre Ghoul already, don't we? Oh my gosh, red-black is still just wide open. Viconia, one of the best uncommons in my opinion in this entire set, along with Sea Tower Imprisonment. Does a lot of things. 2 mana, 2/3, specialize, exiling, you get extra stuff. There's a Sepulchre Ghoul here, and there's an Incessant Provocation here. I think I have to take Viconia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're only going to get 1 card back out of this pack, and it's probably going to be You Find the Villain's Lair. I would love more of this, but gosh, Viconia is so good. I think we're gonna hook up our neighbors to the right in red-black here with that pack. I think they'll be like, okay, well, here's a 7th pick Incessant Provocation, so let's move in. Which means pack 3 could be rough for us. We're going to take this Gate over a 2nd Fire Beetles or any of the other stuff in this pack. Here's a provocation for us. We do have 1 Gate already. Would not mind playing 2, but we'll take this 3rd provocation. And yeah, we have the whole Steel and Sack thing going. Don't think we can really splash much of this. We could splash Jan Jansen off of Treasure. The only thing is we don't really have great ways to make Treasure right now. The only way is Kalane. And you need to sacrifice 2. But this is just a 3 mana 3/3 haste as well. Okay, pick 8, not quite to the wheel yet. Earth Cult, Elemental, Valor Singer, Manticore. Those are all... Soldiers of the Watch still here, pick 8. I mean, I don't know what people are doing at this draft. Kalane did wheel. Okay, so there's 0 people in red-black. So that is good news. Gosh, even no one is in red here. I guess we'll take this thing. Maybe we play a 6-mana 4/6 flyer. I don't know. Warriors of Tiamat, maybe. Yeah, let's hope the red and the black cards are opened in pack 3. Because it is clearly wide open. Maybe there's some people who are like, oh, blue's underdrafted. Let me go into blue. Well, now they're fighting for blue. Oh my gosh. They both came back. That is absolutely wild to me. We already have 3 provocations. I'm going to take the 3rd ghoul to make sure we have enough sack outlets. But, yeah. Pretty easy Grim Bounty here. Baldur's Gate, not really for the limited format. Improvised Weaponry, no thank you. Hopefully the gate wheels. I'm not even sure there's a single red drafter at this table, so we might get this gate to come back. Don't really want to play Elemental, but we're going to take this Grim Bounty pretty easily here. Raga Draga? No. Saravok, Horde Robber, Weaponry. What's our curve looking like? Yeah, it's looking pretty fine here. I think we can afford to take a Saravok. 4 mana 3/3, beginning of combat, target creature you can control gets +X+0 till end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You can also specialize it for 3 to do some various things on the backside here. I think it's a pretty easy pick here. Battlecry, oh my gosh. There's a Miram Sentinel Worm, but we are well beyond that. I have beat this card once and gotten absolutely smashed by it another time. There's a Deadly Dispute, which I like. There's Guildsworn Prowler, which I love. But Battlecry Goblin number 2. Yes, please. Incessant Provocation number 4. Over Shambling Gas. Well, the last one wheeled. I think might be able to wheel this Provocation here. And having a Shambling Ghast in this deck would be great. So I'm going to try to wheel this one. Vampire Spawn. Nice, good little 3-drop. We will take that and strike out on this pack. If you could give me a provocation out of this pack and then let me end the draft here, I'd be fine with that. Thieves' Tools is good with Jan Zanson and Kalane, but I don't think we're going to run it. We already have a Warriors of Tiamat. I don't know if we'll run 2 of those. Sepulchre Ghoul. Now I wish I would have taken the last provocation so we can go 4 and 4. But we'll hope we wheel the other one. Man, boy did this work out. Giving Nalfeshni, this must be a character in D&D I'm unfamiliar with. Giving Nalfeshni haste could be pretty good. Our first copy of Rabble Rouser is great. I don't know how I feel about Fire Beetles in this deck, or even Valor Singer. Jan Jansen doesn't really even seem worth splashing necessarily. We didn't really get there on the treasure build-arounds. We have Shambling Ghast, we have double Kalane and a Grim Bounty, and that seems to be it. Don't think that's really worth it. We don't have really, like, recurring treasure makers. We'll definitely take this gate here. Double tap land in this deck could be a little awkward, but I think I'm okay running 2 gates. There are mana sinks late in the game if we kind of top deck poorly. Take Horde Robber. Probably don't need to run it. Fire Beetles doesn't really seem great in this deck. I don't think we're trying to do the whole Warcaller thing. Warriors maybe, Nalfeshni maybe. I'm really hoping on wheeling that 4th provocation. There it is. It's my favorite draft deck. My favorite archetype to draft is red, black, sack. And we have had a couple of drafts so far this format in which it has been wide open. So 4 free sack outlets in 4 Sepulchre Ghouls and 4 ways to steal creatures in provocations. So that's going to be an easy combo for our deck. 16 lands seems fine. This seems a little expensive. Let's see, 15, 16, 17. I'm probably fine going to 16. This seems a little expensive, especially if we're trying to go to 16. Possibly even Warriors might be a little bit too expensive for us. Everything else seems pretty okay. If we're trying to go pretty cheap, we could go... Maybe we could play a Thieves' Tools to kind of like finish out a game. We could go with Warcaller giving Raphael. I mean, we don't have a ton of great things to give haste necessarily. We are playing 1 Valor Singer. I think a Thieves' Tools might not be bad. Again, there's the combo in the format where you can equip Sepulchre Ghoul with Thieves' Tools, attack, and then before damage, after no blocks are declared, sacrifice a creature to make it deal 2 more damage, which is pretty good. So basically 4 unblockable if you want it to be. So we need 1 more card then. Hook Horror, a bit expensive for what I want. We could do Valor Singer. We could do Fire Beetles, but that's really slow. Maybe just play a Warriors to top it off. Decent little top deck late in the game. Gets us another one in hand. 16 land. Let's run it back like this. Seems good to me. Great hand. We have Sepulchre Ghoul into Spawn, into Provocation. So we're keeping this one. Player tap land first. We also have Battlecry Goblin. We got a lot of things here. Okay, so I'm suspicious of Undersimplify, but we do have double Ghoul here. But if Horde Robber connects, that would be very, very good. So I'm going to try to have them counter that. Oh, nothing. Okay. Do they have a bounce spell, maybe? Okay. They were given priority, so they do have something that interacts with creatures. Alright, well, let's attack here. Hold full control so that we can bluff a combat trick. Alright, they did call us on it, which is fine. We'll just play Vampire Spawn to be mana efficient here. Next turn we can play any number of these creatures. They do have 5 mana. That's fine. Alright, so let's go to combat. We'll get in here. And I'm going to play double Ghoul so we can resolve at least one of them. Even if they kill one, we have another left over. Then next turn we can Provocation this thing if we want. Or if they play like a 6-drop, we can steal and sack that. Keeping Battlecry Goblin in hand because we can give it haste later with all these lands that we've got. So they're going to specialize that into the blue version. Getting rid of Charmed Sleep, which is understandable because we have double Sepulchre Ghoul on the battlefield here. All right, so they're just basically throwing that away to deal 1 to us and give one of our creatures perpetually -1/-0. They might not sacrifice, though. Oh, they did. Okay, so this is a 0/3. I don't like how they left all their mana up. But let's go for this. See if they counter it. Alright, they'll give it protection. That's not great. Okay, go ahead. Not to mention, they now have a 6/5 and then a 7/6 coming. So that's how quickly things could turn here. Oh no. Yuck. We do have 3 more provocations in the deck, so maybe we find one of those. We still just like don't have good attacks. Because of the stupid 6/5 now. We can play out our hand. So they didn't have a land to play this, but they are going to drop an Owlbear and maybe hit a land drop for next turn. So we kind of missed our window to really push through damage here, but we have some good cards we could top deck. That not being one of them. Let's see what we find here. Also, I have no idea why it tapped like it did. Man, they're just playing toughness.deck here. Can't really get through these things. Oh, they get 2 triggers on that now. Jeez. We're just not going to be able to attack. At some point. Oh, only one worked? Oh my god. I mean, we could specialize this, but it doesn't do anything. We have 0 creatures in the yard, so we could play this attack with both goblins. Might be able to just attack with everything. They would eat a couple of things, but the goblins are going to get in for a lot here. Oh, that was... I should have pumped the 2 goblins that it made as well. That was definitely a mistake. You probably, as I was clicking through that, you were all just like, no, 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 no. I don't even know if I want to attack anymore. Because they could just trade, you know, trade this and this. It's like not great for us. I'm actually just gonna... I know we wasted all the mana, but we weren't doing anything with it anyway. So... we're going to play this stupid thing, get 2 more bodies, and then we're probably going to be priced out of doing much more for the rest of this game here. Okay. Well, that's a nice combo, isn't it? Yeah, we're just getting outvalued here. I mean, we can't really get through their board. Oh, I see why they can't get that second trigger, because the second trigger doesn't see the creature anymore. You're shrinking the wrong one, my dude. So if we pay 3, we can't really do this anymore. So I'm just getting in here. I mean, I don't know if this is right. So we do trigger the pack tactics. Get both of those, and then we can pump those as well with the Battlecry Goblins. So we'll do this. We will sacrifice this one to trade. We'll do this. And they're still getting priority, which I don't like. So now they're taking 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if we do it one more time, it's lethal. They have to have an answer. All right, what do you got? They're going to bounce it now? Band together, kill the goblin? Close enough. All right, well, they're still taking a lot of damage here. Is that the gate? Yeah, it's pretty good with this amount of mana. That's annoying. Attack me. Attack me. You know you want to. Alright, so I think we can delay this one turn. They're going to get a Dread Lenorm, but we're going to be able to get a couple things here. We can get another Battlecry Goblin and do a very similar thing that we just did. So let's play this. Let's exile Battlecry Goblin. Then we're going to specialize into the black version, getting rid of that. Conjuring Battlecry Goblin to the hand, playing it and draining them for 2. And, I mean, just for mana efficiency, we can get rid of that while we're at it. All right, we got another one coming next turn. They are at 2. We just have to get one creature through. That's usually good news if that's what they're resorting to. But hopefully they didn't draw too much action. They do have a non-land left in hand because they can't cast this. They already played their land. And, well, it could just be this activation. They could have drawn 2 lands. Interesting. What happens if we go for it? So we play Battlecry Goblin. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can do this, activate it once, and kill one of their creatures. I do think I want to be killing one of their creatures right now. So let's do this on that to start. See what they do. Maybe they have another trick. All right, so they have another trick. So now everything is on the... All their cards are out on the table here. So that means we do this. We do this. And then we get in. And that is 5 creatures against their 4 blockers. All with a minimum of 2 power. And we're creating a couple more here. So that should do it. Sweet. Interesting game. They had a lot of chonkers, but we were able to push our way through. Before we hop into the next game here, I wanted to remind you that a subscription to the channel is always greatly appreciated. I mean, hey, if you made it this far in the video, clearly you're enjoying something, so giving back in even such a small way as a subscription or even a like on the video will go a long way for the growth of the channel and my ability to produce more high quality content for you all. It's absolutely free and will never cost you a dime, and then you'll have access to the most consistent high quality MTG Limited content on YouTube. Thanks so much for your consideration, and now back to the draft. Okay, on the play with Ghoul, and we can cast both of our cards, so we will go ahead and keep this one here. Ghoul into Provocation, wouldn't mind having that go our way. I have not played against a lot of red-black sacrifice decks so far this format, so kind of interesting. It's in my opinion the best deck in the format. I mean, people are passing last pick provocations, and I don't know why. I'm just gonna let that happen. We're gonna have to steal their Sepulchre Ghoul here, because if we try to steal the Grey Salad, they can just sacrifice it. So we'll go ahead and take that one. Okay, hit them for 2. No. Tricky. What exactly are you doing, Arena? Gotta make sure you sacrifice the right one. I mean, I should have attacked with both. I don't know why I didn't attack with both. I'd be fine trading. Right? Am I fine trading? I mean, I think I'm fine trading. I don't know why that was definitely a mistake. If I was planning on blocking there, I should have just attacked both of them. We do have removal in our hand, so. I don't know if I want to use the removal on the imp here. If I kill the imp, next turn we could Kalane and Saravok and make this thing up to a 5/5. But, like, I think they're going to have bigger threats than just this random imp here. So I'm just going to be mana efficient, play the Saravok. Give it to this, and because it's our only sack outlet, I will not trade this time. Another Grey Salad. It's just a 4/1 for now. Okay, that's good that they're attacking with that. Horde Robber's not particularly scary. Could do this, play the Grim Bounty off of the Kalane. We do have to get rid of a treasure to do that, but it still lets us play both of our creatures here. So let's kill this thing. Then we could start getting aggro. All right. They go to 12. Should effectively be at either 10 or 8 if I had played better earlier. But let's see what they have now. Hopefully it's not some 6-mana dragon that I can't kill. That's among the better things they could have had. Yeah, let's cast this with the treasure. Go to combat. We'll give it here, and then we have good attacks with both of these, and effectively with that too. If we wanted to sacrifice Kalain, if they block with like Minthara or something. Let's do this. Get another one into hand. Still have an Armor of Shadows up. Okay. Go ahead. We don't have lethal, do we? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. So we'll do this. And no need to sacrifice that for 2 extra damage. So let's go ahead and get everything in. They're down to 5. This does give +2/+0 now. Oh no, +1 because it only triggers once per turn, which is fine. They just scry 1, but we have all kinds of action here with another haste boy coming. Black Dragon is good. Don't know if it'll get them out of this. It might. It might. That looks like it'll do it. So we'll just go ahead, take that guy, and get on in there. Okay. 2-0 with our busted red-black Zac deck here. Oh, hello, 2-drops. We can keep this one here. I mean, if we go Battlecry on 2, Battlecry on 3, attack with both, pump them both, make 2 2/2s, everything. I mean, we could get way out of hand, but I'm going to lead on Ghoul. Makes turn 4 better. They have a Rabble Rouser. We can do this. Now they don't really have good attacks, really, no matter what we do. I mean, we can attack and threaten to trade a Ghoul for a Rabble Rouser, which is something I don't want to do, so I'm not going to tap mine in the event that they block. Oh, man, that card has been so good. Can't really do anything about it right now, though. Would love to draw a land so we can get rid of it. Oy, it's not good. I might have to play Horde Robber, but they're gonna have a blocker. So I'm gonna do this. I guess the only way we lose this game really is missing land drops. This deck has been so good. This card has been quite good. I mean, just +3/+2, haste, has to attack. Here's the other one. Hopefully they miss a land drop. Nope. Genasi Rabble-Rouser Tribal here. Come on. I mean, we have a great hand here, but just getting screwed out of playing for this game. I'm just gonna pass. We needed to land pretty much that turn. Because now even if we draw the land, they're going to be able to progress their board with another thing here. If they attack with everything, then that's really not good. Yeah, because they can just... I mean, they can pump like their whole team. We're taking 6 right now. 7, 8, 9... Yeah, so it's lethal. So we have to block. We have no choice but to block here. Yeah, God, we sacrifice one of these, and then if they kill this in response, that's so bad for us. God forbid they have like a Dragon's Fire or something. We're still taking 7, so like none of this is good. Okay, go to 5. Kalane into Rabble-Rouser, that is a 2/4. Okay. Yeah. Land. Too little, too late, maybe. Interesting that falls off. Enchant creature you control. I see how they worded that. Alright. Okay, well, this was a disaster of a game. Now they're likely to kill the Sepulchre Ghoul. There it goes. Gonna sacrifice it in response so that they don't get to deal any more damage to us, and all we get to play is a Horde Robber. Yep. There's another card that I'm sure is pretty good. So if we cast Kalain, we still can't cast Warriors, but we can cast Grim Bounty. So we're going to do this. We're going to have to do... What does this even do? Gains Death Touch. Gonna have to kill that pretty much. Jeez. Alright, so we're pretty much just dead, right? Alright, do they have the removal spell for the ghoul now? No? They play young red dragon, and we're close to dead. There's that. Alright, well, we have to do this, and pass. Does this give +1/+0 still? Enchanted creature gives -1/-1. What does that even do? I guess it gives +1/+0, so that'll do it. Darn! Could not quite get through our mana screw. Ooh, I'm loving this hand here. We're keeping this. Playing against Barbie's arch nemesis here. Shambling Ghast into Sepulchre Ghoul. Hopefully they play an X1. They probably won't if we play Ghast, but either way we can get a treasure off of this. All right, Ken, what are we doing? Congrats, you did it. Had to go and fix himself a sandwich for this match here. Can only assume that's what it is. So we can risk playing Horde Robber. I think I will, because if this connects, this is big game if this is able to connect. I play like an X1, we could just play Ghoul, sacrifice this, kill it, get in with Horde Robber, make a treasure. No plays at all, you say? Alright, well let's see if Horde Robber hits. Nope. That's probably for the better that they were, that they used their Dragon's Fire on the Horde Robber. You can play Thieves' Tools into Ghoul here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I know it could Strandgrim Bounty in our hand, but we could get another treasure here. Don't care about that in the slightest. I could attack with that, threaten the -1/-1, but honestly I'd rather the treasure off of this. So I'm just going to attack like this. They won't block. And I'll just play Spawn here. Barbarian. Could ramp them a little bit if they really wanted to. Let's get in here and here. In order for them to quote-unquote 2-for-1 us by sacrificing gas to make this a 4/4, they could sacrifice Barbarian to kill this with, what's it called? Like Dragon's Fire or something. But then they're still using 2 cards to our 2 cards. So let's get in like this. And then more than likely post-combat. Okay, so they are going to do it. Probably kill the Sepulchre Ghoul here. If I had to guess. And I might just sacrifice Shambling Ghast anyway. For the treasure. No, I'm just going to let that resolve. And then we can just replay it. Not a big deal. I mean, they are at 12, so. Plus, they had to use 2 cards to do that, and we didn't even... They just set us back 2 mana. So they said, 2 cards, my whole turn, and you just have to pay 2 mana. Essentially is all that was. So that's fine. Alright, suspicious of a counterspell here. Ooh, hi. Forgot you were in the deck. Okay, let's see if they counter... I mean, we're not going to do nothing. I hope they don't have a board wipe. Alright, well, they just straight up had nothing. Board wipe would be bad, obviously. A random 4/3 is not the end of the world, I don't think. Especially if we're able to draw a land here. Never lucky. I think I am willing to kind of go here on this all in on Sepulchre Ghoul strategy. So let's go to attackers, attack here. They can't block. We then sacrificed Shambling Ghast. Make a treasure. This goes to 4, and they have to go down to 3 now. Okay. And looks like they're off it. Because I was going to hold this treasure next turn. We can seal something, attack them again. So, works for me. Alright, we'll keep this one here. Good thing we're not playing a dragon's deck, because we are playing against the Dragon Slayer. Kalain was a great draw. Scaled Nurturer. Yeah, hopefully they were able to ramp into 2. Oh my god, I hate Rasad so much. That card is ridiculous. Alright, no, we don't have Kalain to get access to make an extra 1/1 counter off of that treasure, but I mean, Owlbear Shepherd, okay. So let's start with this to make sure we get the extra 1/1s. Then we will get in with both of these. Do that, go to blockers. And then we can play Horde Robber post-combat, or we can hit them for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can hit them for 10 here. Horde Robber's not doing much. I'm just going to hit him for 10. I mean, that seems pretty good. Because we do have a way to steal something as well if we want to do that. They could just specialize Rasad here, but then we can steal it. Oh, they're going to blink Rasad. It's pretty good. It means Goblin is now the thing going underneath here. Okay. Do this, pay with treasure. Kalain's not doing much for us anymore. We can just attack with her to get this trigger off of the Battlecry Goblin to send another 1/1 in. And I'm more than likely using Armor of Shadows on the Goblin here. Depends on how they block. If they block with Rasad on one of the 1/1s, I'm probably going to save that one. Okay, so we'll just do this then. There's Owlbear, that's a great provocation target. We'll go ahead and get in with everything, because why not? I should probably do it, I would think. Yeah, so if they block like this, they die, so they can't do that. So they have to block here, and then probably trade with Goblin here, take 6, go to 2. We get the other Goblin back. They get their Owlbear back, but doesn't matter because it has to attack, so it won't be able to be used as a blocker. And then we can just steal that one and win. that'll do it. That was one of the more busted games I've played. Man, these hands are so fun to look at. They just do exactly what you want them to do. Probably leading on Kalain here. That way next turn we can go Goblin and Rabble Rouser. Or we can go Ghoul and Rabble Rouser. I'd like to have a bigger Rouser. So let's pay the treasure here. Let's go Ghoul here, I think. Totally fine trading off Kalain at this point. Little do they know, we have no other treasure makers right now. So we'll let that trade off. We already got our value out of that. 2-drop for 2-drop, and we got an extra counter out of the deal. And a ramp. So, fine by me. Okay, they have a 2-1. We can go Goblin, activate it, trade for Priest, hit for a bunch. Or we could just go Goblin, Rouser. I think that plan is better. So let's do this. Get that double team trigger, go to blockers, go to damage, play it, and then play the Goblin. Next turn we can steal their 4-drop. Okay, no treasure for you. We'll get in here, and I guess we're just pumping because we don't have anything else to do. Okay, take 7. Warcaller could be good eventually. What else do you got? Lae'zel. God, I hate that card so much. Here come the lands. And unfortunately, we can't steal it because it's going to blink. So, we still do have a tax here, though. We could attack here, but we'd be required to sacrifice one of these to trade. And I'd rather not, because we have provocation, so we can steal something. I'm not really wanting to trade with this right now. Because they could just double block here, or just block with this, which is not good. So let's get in with these 2. See what they want to do. Okay, so we're going to have to pump it 3 times, I think, to kill that. I see. So if we activate this once, we can't use the gate. But I'd like to get rid of this too. Although we don't have to, because if they tap this, give something haste, do it, and then attack with both, we could steal that thing back. And that might be a good way to win. We could just use this to seek this turn, kill this thing. So I'm going to let this survive for that reason. So let's go to damage. 1, 2, 3. We do have Shambling Ghast in the deck, which is why I'm going to tap it like this. And another Ghoul. Okay, let's see how they play this now. More than likely a Specialize coming here. Why does this Specialize for 1? Like, how is that fair? Yeah. Well, this doesn't have good attacks. As long as they have that thing. Yep. Alright, that was a 2-for-1, I guess. They traded this and that for our 1 warriors. So no attacks, end the turn. This stupid line. Why did they have to add that line of text? Whenever it becomes a target spell or ability your opponent controls, you may exile it, then return to the battlefield. Not to mention, if that happens, now that it's the white version, they get to seek another card. Like, this is just an insane card right now. Completely stopping everything we're trying to do. Okay, well, at least we can steal that. Let's see how they attack here. No? Alright. Alright, well, I'm just gonna do this now. And what if we attacked with everything? They could eat one of our ghouls. And then they would have to chump with the Warcaller. So we'd be left with 2 creatures to their 1 creature, and they would be at 2. I think that's okay. Okay, so there's no need to activate this anymore because it's going to die anyway. Which means we can do this here to push some extra damage. Go to first strike. Go to damage. And we will then sacrifice that one. And now they're dead if they have nothing. That's not nothing. All right. Do we let it? If they roll 1 through 9, we win. Let's let it happen. 1 through 9. Never lucky. I don't know what you do, but I'm going to play you. If at the beginning of each end step, if a creature was put into a graveyard from anywhere. All right, well, turns out Lysel was not quite enough for them because our deck is ridiculously busted. Let's keep going. All right, seems pretty good to me. Obviously need to find a ghoul, but we have 4 of them, so why not? Take a Rouser here. Play Rouser on turn 2. Yeah, I think I'll still start with Rouser over Viconia here. All right, they are getting priority, so this is either Blessed Hippogriff's Adventure, or it is the 1 mana deal X, based on the number of creatures you have. All right, let's get in with Rabble Rouser. We're going to play this one to act as a blocker. I think if we draw a swamp off the top here, I think we're almost a lock to win this game. I mean, we have removal and we have 2 ways to steal creatures here. So, would be very difficult to lose from that spot. Not quite a swamp, but it is a land. At least opens these up. Yeah, I think I'll lead on Viconia here. No attacks. If they play a creature and still have a white mana, then Viconia could die. Don't quite have a white mana. They did miss a land drop. There's a Sepulchre Ghoul. And I'm worried that they have the land to deal with it. But the good news is we have Viconia to get it back potentially. So let's do Ghoul, let's do Battlecry Goblin, and then we can start the steal and sack game next turn. Let's see if that's what it is. If it's 1 mana deal 4, my guess is that's what it is. But then we're going to have to rely on Viconia to get it back, I suppose. What does the red one do? +1/+0 and haste. Okay. That's fine. They have a 4/3 unicorn now, but we're going to take it. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. Go to combat, attackers, attack here. And unfortunately, this does kind of stonewall the rest of our attackers, but we'll get in here. Go to damage. They are still mana screwed. Okay, Viconia is a treasure. Is it worth stealing their Bard? I think it is because that opens up attacks for like our whole team here. So we're going to take that one. Okay, so that told me that it's Blessed Hippogriff's Adventure. So they're going to give something indestructible here, which tells me I do not want to attack with Battlecry Goblin. I mean, what they can do is like block this and this on the Rabble Rouser and then give it indestructible to here. But that's okay, because then we can sacrifice it to the ghoul and make them take a bunch of damage. No, because we're going to have to sacrifice the bard to the ghoul. Yeah, I'm going to keep Battlecry Goblin back. Let's get in here. We have another removal spell in hand. Yeah, so they have the indestructible trick here. We're just going to do it like this, because it's pretty much all we can do. Here comes plus Tippogriff's Adventure. They still have to take a bunch of damage. We get rid of their creature. We still have removal as backup here. We have 2 ways to seek more cards. We have Battlecry Goblin to push through some extra damage. They are still mana screwed. So we got plenty of things here. Okay, you get another 2/1. Okay, so the Sepulchre Ghoul is going to enter the battlefield tapped. And here comes the Soldiers of the Watch. Alright. I don't really want to use Grim Bounty on anything. So what I will do is do this to make sure we get the extra 1/1. Then I'm going to get in with everything here. See how they block? So I think I'm going to activate this and play the Sepulchre Ghoul here. So they go to 7. We have another ghoul. Next turn we have removal if they play something big. And if not, we just have some decent attacks still. It's not big, but it's a good card for them right now. Okay. Is that our 4th one? No, it's our 3rd. Alright, so if we remove the Tollkeeper here, attack with everything, they have really bad blocks. So we can keep one of these around, sacrificing the Goblin. Then we can go to damage. I know we trade this one off, but again, we have another one coming. They only have a 1-2. We have more gas here. We have a way to pump a creature pretty high if we want to. Let's see what their play is. They do have 7 mana now, though, which is kind of worrying. So we have to be a little bit careful. Another Soldiers of the Watch. Yeah, I mean, these creatures are lining up well against ours. It makes the Poker Ghoul have to sacrifice something. There's our 4th. Alright, let's go to combat. We'll attack here. They aren't getting priority. Probably going to block with Myconid. Could block with both. Alright, they get a Saproling. They don't seem to have very much to do with their mana. So I'm just going to play more creatures. I know we're not using these gates yet, but we keep drawing creatures. So as long as we keep drawing creatures, I'm just going to keep playing creatures on the battlefield until they don't do anything. No plays at all. All right. Let's see here. What can we find off the top? And they are getting priority now, so we gotta be careful about that. Maybe a Dread Lenorm combat trick. Let's go to combat. No attacks. Play Horde Robber. Pass the turn. See what they're going to do with their mana here. Nothing. Okay. I'm fine with that. Okay, that is a creature. No priority whatsoever. Okay, that tells me the coast is pretty much clear. So what I'm going to do is do this, and before blocks, sacrifice the Shambling Ghast here. Give that -1/-1. And then see how they want to block here. And that should do it, right? Yeah, they didn't have any combat tricks, so. Oh no. They have destroy target attacking creature or something? What do they have? Oh, they have, you hear something on watch. Oh no. Power 4 or greater. Interesting. Okay. Well, guess we can sacrifice that one then. That was a bit of a mistake, but All right. They do go to 2. I will play Kalane here. Yeah, I forgot about those cards in the format. I mean, Guiding Bolt, 4 greater, I see. So they would have done it anyway, because we had one that was unblocked. A 4 power or greater that was unblocked. Now we are 100% out of gas, though. So if we start top decking lands and they just play like a Hill Giant Herd Gorger here, I think we're still... We might not be lethal. Okay, that's probably fine. Okay. Well, let's just do that. Pay with treasure. So we play a 3-mana 5/6 that drains you for 2. Man, good thing they didn't print that thing in the format. All right, 6-1. Let's go for the trophy. Okay, well, this hand has the potential to go wrong, but we are on the draw. We at minimum have a 2-mana 2/2, and then a vampire spawn if we draw a land. So we're keeping this one. Knoll Hunter. We are missing drops, but we're at least drawing cards we can cast. We're going to do this. See, they're mono green, Knoll Hunter. I'm going to call them on it. And it worked out. And here come the land drops missed. Playing Rabble Rouse, or attacking and then playing another one is probably okay. Thieves' Tools. If we draw a land, we can go Thieves' Tools into Battlecry Goblin, or we can just play a Vampire Spawn. They're either mono green or they're missing their second color here. That's a scary card. Come on! Okay. These are going to get counters now. And then they're going to be able to give themselves counters. Because it's going to be 3/3. So we're going to lose to missing 2 lands here. And they're losing. And they're going to be able to win while getting mana screwed. So do we have to do this? We have such a good hand, too. Okay, take 6. Man. This was a rough game. Well, you're keeping that hand 100% of the time, so... I mean... That sucks. We can't even kill any of these? Oh my gosh. Alright, go to 2. Maybe they are just mono green. Yeah, they're mono green. Alright, well, that was fun. Alright, well, we're going to keep this one. We have at least Ghoul and Horde Robber that we can play, and a combat trick at that, so... We are on the play. Let's hope we can find a mountain. And then draw our way to victory. This deck is definitely trophy worthy. We just got to make sure we get across that finish line. No plays. Alright, give me that treasure. I think I will play the Goblin here if they're just going to stumble on their mana. I know we don't have Armor of Shadows up, but We have another creature on the battlefield. The second mono green deck in a row? Pilgrim's Eye, that's fine. Gonna find their second color. Green, blue. It's the best card they could have gotten for me. Because blue is awful. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure this thing can get pack tactics here. We will attack. We will get in. Go to blockers. I'm going to pump it again. Get to damage, and they are already at 10. We get a treasure. We still have Armor of Shadows up. Things are going well. Wilson. It loses all abilities. Well, that sucks. Okay. You gonna attack with Pilgrim's Eye or not? No. Provocation could be good, but we're just gonna get in for now. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this. Then we'll go ahead and do this. And we can seek on the end of the turn, and then we can provocation next turn, and that should probably do it, I would think. But let's see what their play is. There are a lot of bombs in the set that could get them out of this here, I'm sure. That won't be one of them. Well, it doesn't let them die, I guess, because there's nothing we can steal. Okay. Well, they're not dead. But I think next turn we're going to be able to cast both of these. Even if we don't have a Sepulchre Ghoul, put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So for 2 mana they can play like a Hill Giant Herd Gorger or something. Let's see what they got. There's Gorgeous George himself. And there's Favored Enemy. Well, yeah, can't really do anything about that. So, sure. Alright. Well, let's go for it here. And that'll do it. Alright, all the way up to the trophy again. 3rd trophy of the format. 3rd red-black deck that got us there. So, you keep passing me the Sepulchre Ghouls and the incessant provocations, I'm going to keep taking them. And if you're not a fan of the deck, I'd love to sit at a draft table with you, because I've proven to you here 3 out of, I think this might be our 7th draft. 3 out of 7 trophies with red-black. Gotta love it. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video. We have all those trophies in a playlist on our end screen, as well as all Baldur's Gate drafts on the other side of the screen as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you next time for your daily draft.